Do you find it difficult to help your students improve their pronunciation? I'm Andrea Zakimi from What is ELT, and today we are gonna answer the question, what is the phonemic chart? So stay tuned for definitions, tips for resources and classroom ideas. Let's go! In today's video, we promised to answer the question, what is the phonemic chart? And this is actually quite easy to answer. This is the phonemic chart, and the version that I'm holding is Macmillan's Sound Foundation chart by Adrian Underhill. This chart is based on the IPA, the International Phonetic Alphabet, which is a notation system that is comprised of different symbols that represent different sounds in many different languages. The phonemic chart, on the other hand, has 44 symbols that represent sounds that are relevant for learners and teachers of English. For example, this is the phonemic transcription of the word cat. It's a broader and less specific representation of how the word is pronounced. And this is the phonetic transcription of the word. And as you can see, they are different. The phonemic transcription usually comes in between slashes, and the phonetic transcription is usually in between brackets. The other thing that you can notice is that there is a slight aspiration after the k sound in the phonetic transcription, and the phonemic transcription doesn't bring that. The phonemic chart is divided in 3 different sections. On top left, you see the vowels. On the right, the diphthongs. And here below, you see the consonants. Your students don't need to know what each symbol represents, but it is a good idea to introduce the sounds little by little from the beginning of the learning process to help your students become more independent learners. Tip number 1. Don't teach the phonemic chart, but choose one phoneme that is relevant for the language that you're teaching your students. Let's say you're teaching occupations. I'm a teacher, he's a doctor, she's an engineer. If you stop and think, there is one common phoneme in this language, which is the schwa. It is a very good opportunity for you to introduce the symbol to your students, the sounds that it represents, and to help your students understand how the phonemic transcription works. But it doesn't mean that they have to know all the symbols at once. F, v, th, th, s, z, sh, j. Tip number 2. Encourage your students to use resources to help them practice their pronunciation. The most famous resource is the Sounds app by Macmillan Education. In this app, you can find the phonemic chart, and you can click on the symbols to hear the sounds that they represent. And you can also find practice exercises and quizzes to practice your pronunciation. J, m, n, n, h, o, r, r, w, y. Tip number 3. Start using the phonemic chart with elementary and pre-intermediate learners. It is a common belief that the phonemic chart is difficult and it can only be used with advanced learners of English, but this is not necessarily true. The sooner you introduce the phonemic chart to your learners, the easier it's going to be for them to understand English pronunciation and for them to work on their own pronunciation by themselves. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter to keep up with the latest updates. See you next time! This is the phonemic chart. I'm gonna read and pronounce all the sounds. I, U, E, O, A, O.